voices presentation with Karina Makoko for FIMECA and myself, both for Airbus and IRT Saint-Exupéry. So in the end, it's 3 voices at least, but all about the same message and the interest of using Codaster for aeronautics industry. So 3 sets of motivations. The first one is quite opportunist and links to the presentation made in the morning by Active Energy. We have an emerging demand for intensive DOEs of simulations for feeding machine learning engines, for scientific machine learning. And here, the traditional path, relying on commercial software, is not affordable anymore. So we rely on open source, we rely on Codaster to deal with that kind of challenge. And Karina will concentrate on 2 use cases we define to anticipate this change from commercial software to Codaster. The second motivation is about a huge opportunity to prototype alternative methods, test something else than we do usually on commercial software. I'll evoke 2 use cases, 2 different examples. One extracted from the past, a project called ICAR. We joined together with EDF on this project, and one other out of my current work, preparing additional use cases. But first, I let Karina develop further the 2 first set of use cases we are addressing today.
You have told about this kind of motivation. So for FIMECA, there is several motivations. The first one is about exploring new methods in machine learning applied to structural calculation using finite element. Those kind of methods use mesh morphing methods. And we are also interested in use Codaster for innovative solutions. So we have set up a study workflow in Python, only in Python, using multiprocessing library. And we also built a wheel that will help us to stay in a Python environment. We are also interested in how industrial customer could use Codaster, how Codaster provide solutions in their applications. So with Airbus, we identify some simple cases, and here we present only 2 cases, but further we will have other cases to be treated. This is in the second case we see how we can compare Abacus and Codaster, and what kind of translation could be done between them. We are also interested in building a framework in open source with open source tools for AI-driven learning in numerical simulation. We start with the first example. It's a very simple case, because every one of us have tested this kind of structure. So it's a plate with a hole, and only a quarter is modelized, and we consider the 4 parameters that characterize the plate, which are that are the height, the h, so the wide L, the radius of the plate of the hole of the plate in the plate A, and the thickness of the plate T. So we look to the failure load estimated at distance D0 from B. There is an analytical solution also. So this was a case to build a workflow that in a full Python environment. So as you can see, there is, as usually, the geometry, the mesh, and the calculation with Codaster. And for the first time, we treat for machine learning method the field result from the calculation, which are the stress field and the displacement field. So that was the case, very simple, and it works, and the results are satisfactory. So we go for a case more complex, which is two plates joined by a screw. And one of the plate is clamped, and the other is pulled, and there is also beam to stabilize the calculation. There is contact, three type of contact with the thickness between them. There is a good result in interpretation, but we have constraints that are, we have to change geometry, to change the mesh, to change the different parameters of the modelization, and this calculation must be robust even if you change everything. So, and we not succeed in a very good result with this kind of simulation, even if the interpretation was good. There is a lot of problem of convergence in our cases. So I could show you some results where we compare Abaqus with Codaster, but we have changed a lot of parameters, and this is not possible when we want to perform a large number of simulations, changing a lot of things in the simulation. So, and the results are not very satisfactory. Donc, we have looked to the displacement, to the stress field in different, on the different pieces, but result is not enough correct to go further.
Next set of motivation is about prototyping alternative methods. And here I will cite an example taken from the past, the project ICAR 2014-2017, which emerged from a preliminary works led at MPS by Alix and Gendre. The idea being to couple non-intrusively, which means with no refurbishment of the global mesh, to couple together a global representation of the whole structure and a local representation of the local detail to be investigated. To do that, we explored an alternative to the traditional sub-modeling approach with just displacement extracted from the global and injected in the local. And we implemented a two-way sub-modeling techniques, which is iterative and which re-injects from the local to the global reaction forces extracted at the border of the local model. So this was the primary idea. And the interesting fact is that initial works started with Abacus, but highlighted this was not a convenient environment to go further. Then, within the project ICAR, we shifted to Codaster to get this freedom of development. As you can see, we explored many different topics, coupling local HFM code with a standard global code, coupling dynamics with a standard static code, coupling for domain decomposition needs, and so on. So we developed a lot within Codaster, and by the end of ICAR, we were in a position to propose first very preliminary prototype to Similia guys, to the Abacus development team, and years after, we have through the coupling, the co-simulation engine around Abacus, the possibility to really make those initial ideas alive in an industrial environment. It dates from 2014 to 2017. The other example is extracted from a much more recent activity, preparing the next use case to be shared with Karina. It's about low velocity impacts. It's another critical use case for our applications. Damage tolerance against shock, low velocity shocks of fuselage panels. It looks like an aeronautical structure. And here it's low velocity impact, meaning it's not rapid dynamics, but it is dynamics. So when trying to apply, usually we use explicit computation to deal with it, which is too much expensive within the framework we want to develop. So we turn to alternative methods like modal superposition. The problem being here, as usual, we have the unknowns here associated to the vibration modes, but we have also a significant static component. When developing the whole method, you have exotic terms appearing here in this column, in these lines, which express the couplings between the static and the vibration mode. And those terms, you can't compute them with a commercial software. Really, here, you need to rely on available features within Codaster, which are mentioned here, and which allow you to compute those terms, and in the end, to solve the problem. There would be ways through Abacus, but very expensive workaround. You would have to write the complete assembled matrices on the file system and reread them and reinject them in the solving. The third and last motivation is about acculturation. It sounds a buzzword, but it's for real. And I took a small example, which is real life. During my activity with Karina, we had to decide something on the way to introduce the pretension in the bolt, which is something critical to capture the true behavior of the bolt. Knowing nothing from scratch with Codaster and pretension, I went on my preferred web explorer. I typed Codaster plus bolt plus pretension, and I got this GitHub emanating from an Italian company, reminding the different ways to model a pretension, which are about using expansion coefficients in a thermical approach, or cutting the bolt to have two different parts and apply a pretension. And there was a much more seducing method relying on créa-champ in Codaster and just introducing the initial stress as initial conditions, which was not standard in Abaqus. So we had to develop something specific to mimic the same in Abaqus, but at the end we could manage. So yes, this is really for me acculturation, and the benefit we have when turning to Codaster and the associated community to discuss with guys who deal with completely different environments, industries, interests. It's really important. The expected result of the pretension introduction and the different ways through créa-champ in Codaster and through ad hoc method in Abaqus. Behind the fact we rely on open source, there is a reciprocity duty, which is the principle. If you increase your knowledge from the contacts with the community, you're supposed to give something back. And here it's an opportunity also, because all the use cases we are developing jointly with FIMICA, they are made IP neutral from scratch, and they can be shared. So the EF models, probably the pipelines for Codaster and for Abaqus, all these items can be shared for sure. Conclusions. I let the slide so you can go further. There are two items I want to insist on. First, you may think I'm alone with Codaster in my company, hiding in a hidden lab somewhere within Airbus. This was the case a few months ago. Now I managed to convince my manager at team level. So it's just the smallest operational unit, but it's a team made of 12 guys likely to use Codaster in the future. As mentioned in the beginning, I'm a member of the IRT Saint-Exupéry also. So I'm doing the same process at IRT, trying to convince my colleagues, and it works. I know there were preliminary contacts a few weeks ago. And the last point, I really would like to thank FIMICA, and especially Karina, to have invested such a lot of activity on solving this problem. We couldn't solve, but it's still in progress. And also my colleagues from Airbus R&T, Central R&T, colleagues from data analytics team, Sophia Haddad, to have initiated these works and established connection with FIMICA.
I have also a small conclusion. So we know today that Codaster is Salome and Salome Maca is a really alternative to our customer, and so the number of customers increasing, really increasing, and we want to focus on how the manner to modelize the contact with Codaster, because it's a recurring topic and it's very important for us. So we want to construct a database on those examples with contact. And so, because it's very important for us, and I would like also say that we built a wheel in Python to be in a Python environment, fully in a Python environment, and we have used it to share with Airbus, and it was very useful. It was simply to use, very simple to use. Thank you, everyone.
Is there any feature that are missing in Codaster for your application? For example, maybe for composite simulation, is there any feature that are missing in Codaster?
I'm back from a long time away from Codaster, but I know during my time in ANR ICAR, I developed things for composites. So yes, there are things to be re-evaluated, but yes, definitely, it's a track of interest for us, and we will re-explore the capabilities of Codaster in this domain.
I think that that the definition of a local coordinate can be very useful for material orientation or load application.